I think it's pretty well understood. There are two essential elements required to win the affection of the general public. And those, ironically, in my opinion, the arts already have both of them in excess of athletics. And I'm talking about violence and sex. Yes, football is a violent game. Gigantic men crashing into each other like wrecking balls into buildings. But can that compare with Macbeth? Or the pile of corpses at the end of Hamlet? Or Greek drama? You know, nothing is more violent than, oh, my mother has hanged herself. Or is it my wife? The sight is unbearable. I could look away, but instead, he took his keys off of her dress, gouge out my eyes, and stagger around the stage for the rest of the play with blood streaming down my face. Don't talk to me about football. Then you got the visual arts. When I was a child, I saw a painting of John the Baptist, or the head of John the Baptist, on a platter. The image haunts me still. It was horrifying. Football can't touch that. Nightmares about John the Baptist. Of course, I'm disturbed by atonal music too. So I think when it comes to violence, you know, the arts have nothing to fear from athletics. Sex, well, if you like to look at men, you've got football, basketball, sure. Handsome, young athletes, buff, parading about the arena. It's an attractive spectacle. But compared to Greek sculpture, you know, the heroes, the gods, naked, all muscular, like my daughter-in-law. Or Michelangelo, you know, David, stand-up comics. You know. I'd say the arts, you know, if you're looking for, you know, sexualized male images, the arts have that. And when it comes to women, there's no contest. If you want to look at beautiful women, sexy women, I mean, in athletics, you've got tennis players, there's some very attractive tennis players, cheerleaders, often scantily clad. But if you want to look at scantily clad women, I have two words for you. Two. Next to a ballerina, a cheerleader might as well be wearing a hat. You know? There's no contest there. And again, the visual arts is full of erotic, beautiful, sexual images. When I was a child, my parents, you know, wouldn't obviously let me have Playboy, to look at Playboy in my house. But for some reason, they let me keep an art history book next to my bed. The times I had with that book. You know, it was at least 3 years before I realized Venus de Milo has no arms. It wasn't. It's true. So now you gotta ask yourself, what's the problem? You know, you've got the violence, you've got the sex, but you're still placing a distant second in popularity behind the arts. I mean, behind athletics. What is the problem? I know, but if anybody else want to? It hurts me to say this, and I'm not trying to be mean, but in probably the bitterest of all ironies, sports prevail where the arts don't measure up. Because the people who promote sports understand culture. It's all about culture. Doesn't that kill you? The sports are beating the arts at culture. They understand that when 40 or 60 or 80,000 people flock to a football game, they're not coming for the game, they're coming for the culture. They're coming for the tailgate party, all right? On game day, check this out. Early in the morning, the vehicles begin to arrive. You've got customized pickups, converted vans, buses, RVs, SUVs, STDs, IUVs, all of these vehicles pulling in, rumbling into the parking lot to stake out their turf. You want to talk about magic? At the push of a button, each of these vehicles instantly transforms into an Outback Steakhouse. One side, you've got a 20-foot salad bar. On the other side, you've got an oversized George Foreman grill, a barbecue smoker big enough for an entire cow. Behind the vehicle, bang, 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 3 kegs of beer. From within the vehicle, on a sound system adequate for a major concert venue, you've got heavy metal, southern rock, the greatest hits of Queen. It's a rolling orgy. By the time the game starts, nobody knows, nobody cares, but they've had the greatest time of their life, and they can't wait to come back next weekend. These are people who love culture. Now I know the arts can't follow that formula point for point. Doesn't make sense, but you can adapt it. All right, here's my suggestion. The next time there's a major event, let's say an opening at the Benton, all right? The morning of the event, say around brunch time, the vehicles begin to arrive at Astor. Priuses, Chevy Volts, maybe the occasional smart car, other hybrids, silently take their positions in the parking lot. From within the trunk emerge grills, solar-powered grills. And on each grill, a nice, big, thick, running wheel of brie. On the other side of the vehicle, a couple of folding tables. On one, a gorgeous platter of crudité. And next to that, the pièce de résistance, piece of resistance. Finger sandwiches. Behind the vehicle, you've got, say, a cask of Chardonnay, a Magnum of Merlot, and to complete the mood, you pop your iPod into the docking station and crank out a couple of etudes, a nocturne or two, and you're ready to rumble.